All right, so let's block some words from being allowed to be used. As a user of the internet, I am sure you've seen how not nice humanity can be when hiding behind a keyboard. Let's do our part in attempting to block this from happening. We'll take a few simplistic approaches to the problem, but I'm going to use these approaches to introduce you to a few more commonly used tools in your Java toolbox. First, let's just block the word dork from being used as our noun. We'll start with the same if and then exit pattern that we followed blocking out our underage users.
We've already seen how methods can be called on objects like console, system, and integer. Now here's something that might strike you as a little strange at first. The strings that we've gotten back from our users, they're objects too. And just like console, system, and integer, they also have methods. Let's pop over to the official documentation and take a quick peek at what methods are available to strings. I'll just do a quick search here for Java string. And the first result here is from the official Oracle documentation, and it's for the Java Platform SE, which is Standard Edition 7. We're currently running 8 in workspaces, but the thing that we're going to look for has been around forever. So let's just go in here. And we can scroll down here in this documentation, very long documentation, and there's a bunch of ways that you can construct a string. Here's the methods that are available. Let's scroll down a bit here. Again, what we're looking for is we're going to see if noun is actually equal to dork, right? Because we want to try to block that. So is there anything in here about equals? Here's something right here, equals. Compares the string to the specified object. That sounds perfect. And it returns a Boolean, which remember is true or false. And that's what we want to kind of use in our if statement. So let's open that up. Let's take a look. So this is equals and it returns a Boolean and it compares a string to the specified object. That sounds perfect. Let's give that a go. So we'll go right here after we have the noun and we'll do another if statement. So we're going to say if, and then we're going to say the noun dot, right, because it has methods, equals dork. Okay, so that's our statement because that's going to return a Boolean and that will be true if they've typed dork. And we'll open up our code block. We'll say, we'll write out to the screen that language is not allowed. Exiting. And then we'll exit the program using that system.exit, and we'll pass in 0, because we expected that, and we'll close the parentheses here. Okay, so I'm going to save, and I'm going to run and compile. I'm 20. I wish. My name's Craig. And what they wrote was big and dork. Ooh, that language is not allowed. Exiting. Awesome, it worked. We're blocked. You know, when I was looking at that documentation, I noticed that there was also a see also section. Let's go and just check out, ensure that we got the right one. The see also, compare to, and ooh, equals ignore case. And case there is talking about letter case, so like an uppercase A or a lowercase a. Sounds like exactly what we want. Let's see that. Compares a string to another string, ignoring case considerations. Perfect. Two strings are considered equal, ignoring case if they are the same length. Perfect. Let's do that. Because that way, if somebody yelled dork in all uppercase letters, it would get past our censoring code, and I don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and let's switch to that method. So we'll say equals ignore case. Save, and let's go and compile again. Again, big, and then we're gonna, let's try to break it. We'll say D-O-R-K. Awesome, great job. We stopped the haters.
Excellent job. No one's going to call me a dork now. Well, at least not in our program. I'm glad you got a chance to get slightly familiar with the documentation. It can definitely be a bit verbose, but you shouldn't let that overwhelm you. Remember, much like after a few weeks of learning Spanish, you shouldn't expect to be able to open the Spanish textbook to chapter 15 and understand all that information. But what you should feel good about is that some of those words are now starting to make sense. You've learned a lot and you're doing great. We'll expand our approach in the next video. But first, let's test out those new string methods we just learned.